Welcome guys on a new episode of Death Blow Podcast. Subscribe, like and share. Death Blow Podcast is even on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If you wanna write me, I have an email, deathblowpodcast@gmail.com, and I have a website that you can find in the description. Today I have something special for you, which is something different. Right now, I just decided to do a different kind of video, just to try to do something different. And I am right now showing to you guys a Bandcamp page of a Norwegian black metal band that is called Witch Club Satan, which is kind of interesting, the name that this band decided to take for their own project. And so I decided to discover more about this band. Let's start a bit to talk about this Witch Club Satan. They describe themselves like the haunting Norwegian black metal by resurrected witches. They will play live at Nöjesfabriken in Karlstad in Sweden next May 18. So I will go to their community right now, just trying to see if there are more informations about this band. About Bandcamp, I think that there is not too much, except January 10 that came out, the new release. They describe themselves like a haunted Norwegian black metal by resurrected witches. I don't know, so I just decided to try to understand more because I don't know that much. I was trying to find a sort of biography on their website. I don't know if they have a website. They said that they have an album out now, but about the other stuff I don't think that I could find very much, especially on their Linktree site. So I think I need to go back. I found it kind of interesting because they are basically naked. I don't know if you can see, but they are without clothes. I was just curious. And that's something that I really don't know and don't understand why. They are simply full of blood and without clothes on stage and off stage. I want to try to understand this way to express themselves. To express extreme emotions through music is possible, but it requires a sensibility. Laura Gustafsson and Jari Tamminen. I don't know what it's about. It's really important, the sensitivity, but I don't understand their way to express being naked on stage. What is the point? A sort of ritual? The concept of atheism is I do what I want to. Nobody should say anything about myself. I am just expressing my thought and I'm just expressing my own self as a person and as an artist. I don't agree with this concept, even if I listen one song which is called Hysteria, which is not bad, musically speaking, but is the concept that I don't like it. I'm very ignorant about this, and I found difficulties to understand their main concept. One thing is the lyrics, the dark lyrics, the visual is another thing. Their creativity. I was really hit by this creativity to show their own parties. I just checked on their Instagram. Basically, they are naked guys. There are censored pictures, and why using the blood? And I was even curious to try to read a couple of their lyrics to try to discover more, especially about this new album that came out. But even why they have chosen to push their limits. Encyclopedia Metallum page, Witch Club Satan. They say they formed in 2021. Let's check out a bit their members. Victoria Rusing, I don't know the pronounce if it's correct, bassist. Nicolin Spielkavik, I'm very sorry about the pronounce. Guitars. Johanna Holt-Kleive, vocals and drums since 2021. So they came out with singles First is hysteria, second solar sister, blood, then black metal is Krieg, mother, fresh blood, fresh, I would probably censor that. And then Witch Club Satan is the first full-length album that came out in 2024 at the beginning of this year. This came out on March 8, 2024, and I'm pretty curious to even discover more about their own lyrics, because seems a protest against this word, which is the main thing in black metal, but I think that I don't find that pretty much here. So I think this is their picture, that's their logo. So Hysteria, that came out on June 10, 2022, 2 years ago. So here, Hysteria, I was just reading the lyrics, just trying to understand more. Hysteria is Witch Club Satan's firstborn single. It is an homage to female aggression, a wake-up call for the witches. We are in 21st century. I don't think that witches still exist. We are not living in the medieval age. So even here, it's something that we should dive into it. Let's read these lyrics. You say I'm hysterical. I take that as a compliment. You see, when I was a kid, they told bedtime stories about Armageddon. Still we slept like babies. Which could be even a sort of provocation against Armageddon and stuff. I totally understand this. This is an order. Wake up. Wake up. You are addicted just like us. This time to go hysterical. I don't understand why people should wake up. Who needs to wake up? Your own self, your inner self, a person, a society. You are addicted just like us. I don't understand. Addicted to what? Just like us. This time to go hysterical. Okay, let's go forward. Dear society, stop pushing. We know what we are doing. Stop pushing about how to realize yourself as a person, as a society. I don't know. Maybe this. You watch porn in the morning, eat junk in your bed, full and fat and pretty happy, lazy, lazy, cozy, lazy. Wake the fuck up. This is an order. Wake up. Even here, I don't understand. Of course, there are people that do that, don't get me wrong, but not all people. If we think that is the major part that do that, we are not realistic. Every single person in our society lives in a totally different reality. Full and fat and pretty happy, lazy, lazy, cozy, lazy. It's a criticism against the Western civilization. Why do you need to order to other people to wake up? You need to motivate your wake up. Then he says hysteria, hysteria, this time to go hysterical. Okay, this word could be crazy. And here I could say, yes, it's true. They say, eat, vomit, sleep, repeat, fart, stinky piece of shit, greasy rivers, old meat, lip fillers, painkillers. You are sleepwalking into a future nightmare just like us. This needs to be motivated. If a person lives like that, there is a problem. Music could be even cathartic. Don't get me wrong, it is good to talk about a disease, but this disease should be motivated. But fat doesn't necessarily mean that is not good. Fat could be even funny. Fat could be even healthy problems. Fat could mean a lot of things, a lot of diseases that you don't know. It's not a choice. Greasy rivers, all the meat, lip fillers, painkillers. Lip fillers make your beautiful lips bigger, and probably for them it is not okay. About this I could agree. You are sleepwalking into a future nightmare, just like us. Then they say, be what you always was. Be hysteria. Be awake. Be hysteria could be a sort of react against life. Could even mean be mad. Between the T and the I, you need to use the H. So probably there's been an error there. They are pushing very much into these limits of being extreme. Let's go back. This lineup, it's always them, I guess. Victoria, Nicolene, Johanna, right? I think that is them. So let's go back. Let's try to go back and let's try to discover more. Second single always came out in 2022, December 13, 2022. They came out as a single. There is only one song, Solar Sisters, but no lyrics are written. So even here we have a lot of difficulties. Let's go to the third single, Blood, Rabiat remix, Roskilde 2023, always as a single. June 23rd, 2023 is a remix. I don't know what they mean with this remix. It's always then Victoria, Nicolene, Johanna as band members, but no lyrics. And so we need to go back and try to find this single, Black Metal is Krieg. That means probably black metal is war, right? So this single is January 9, 2024, came out without a label, independent, always them, as a stable lineup, but no more information. It's impossible to find the lyrics of this band. Then this single, Mother, always came out 11 February 2024, this year, but still no lyrics are written. Fresh Blood, no lyrics, not even here, no lyrics. I was trying to find more, but I don't think that there is the opportunity. I don't know if they want to represent demons or if they want to represent, I don't know, a sort of mythology or... And I am so curious to know more. I'm really honest with you. This is what they have written. Our debut album is finally out. 2 years after we played our first gig ever. We are in lack of words right now, but filled with pride and excitement and super stoked to hear how you feel about it. You can listen on most streaming platforms or grab one of our 666 vinyls at the upcoming gigs or at Nest Blood. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to everyone who has supported us along the way. And even though we play totally different genres, it somehow felt familiar to our gig. The power duo captivates the audience and creates scenes among us. The show works like a drug on people. One audience member almost assaults the singer. The vocalist ends up crawling in the middle of the floor with this crazy fun, and the scene shifts between that of a fight and that of a kiss. Then says, when I saw them play, I was struck by how it affected me. This was clearly the best show I've ever been to. Why? I'm still not really sure. The show still messes. I guess it was because the show entailed zero bullshit, no posing, no ego trip, just 100% communion with a universal source of power, a sensation of non-duality evoked by their respectful alignment with Satan. Being at their concert, music turned out to serve a higher purpose, the way between humans and witchcraft. Motorhead influence a bit, or a sort of thrash metal vibe, or a sort of, from these 5 seconds that I listen, seems pretty good. That thrash metal vibe with death metal, it's a crossing between probably a Venom band or even Bathory, but I think more Venom. I think they wanted to recreate that image of being primitive and raw. Mayhem vibe, but in a different way. I will listen this one, Hex. Makes me think a lot to doom metal together with black metal vibe. There's this flanger effect with this arpeggio part, which is very interesting. It's not bad at all. So Hex is from the album, the new album called Witch Club Satan. It's very interesting, but the visuals in a way shock more than their song. So the visual in black metal continues to be really important despite the rest. speaks more the image than the lyrics or the music. So we arrived at the end of Death Blow Podcast, a new episode. Subscribe, like and share, of course. Death Blow Podcast is on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and even on Spotify and other audio platforms. See you soon, guys!